like this, you say, my goal is for black people to have the same opportunities. If I had been African American, you could bet your butt. I don't care how old I am, I'd still be out there doing it, because I've said from the time I moved here is that the black people in this community have such opportunity just because of how many of the population and leaders that you have, and they don't take advantage of it. And so you're when you talk about trying to make things the same for black people, it's not that you want to bring white people down to this level. You want to bring black people up, and you are African American. So I mean, it's not like you're out there pandering. You are, you're part of the people that just live in this life.
One thing, I forget who said it, but they made mention that when black people speak positively about themselves and about their communities and profess black love and black power, white people are afraid, or they are sometimes afraid, because they're seeing that and hearing that in the context of what white power has been and how white power and white love has been expressed and experienced in this country. And so, but we have to make the clear distinction that they are not the same things. They are not. Black love does not profess in any way to hating or dehumanizing any other people at all. It's a standalone statement. We love ourselves.
Right.
We're great. Like all of these things that are facts, they have nothing to do with any other people or any other statement. And so that's just a guilt that's speaking out from white people when they hear that, he's professing hate. No, you're feeling something inside of yourself, and you're feeling hate.
I think that's absolutely right. I've talked to so many people that well, he said blah blah blah. Well, I think and then turns around and says, well, what you're saying is hateful. What he said was, I want to love the people who look like me, who are of the same race as I am. He didn't say I don't want anybody in another race to have anything. I just want to uplift my own folks.
I'm thinking even more. I don't even know how you can make it more neutral, but a better way to even say it is, I want to create systems that better serve the people of my community. Period. And that's it. I want to create systems that better serve us, because the systems we have are not serving us to the best of their, rather, they're serving us the way they were intended to, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
So, yes.
All right. Well, you play, obviously you said you do music. What kind of instruments do you play?
So I'm teaching myself guitar and keyboard, and I can play my stuff. I can play a few songs. I can, here and there, but I'm still teaching myself everything. But
do you have any interest or any ambition of doing anything musically? You said that you get involved with it.
So I am a active musician. So you can actually find my music on Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, under the name Juice. It's Jeus.
Jeus.
Yeah, Juice like Zeus except with a J.
Yeah. Okay. So how many? When you say you can buy my music, how many releases do you have?
I have one full-length album that I put out in 2017, and then a few singles that I've released over the past couple of years. And so I got a nice body of work, and I'm working on a whole other release this year as well. So an upcoming release called Fair East Side is going to be the name of it. Fair East Side.
Okay. So I'm going to go and listen to your music. And
there's a lot of political tones in my music as well, of course, as you know.
Well, some of my favorite music growing up, you think about it, the Motown stuff from the 60s. Yeah. It was very political. It was, man, you could dance to it. It had great, beat and everything like that. There were a lot of people, Marvin Gaye and Stevie Wonder and folks like that. Yes. And then as I came along, like Public Enemy, and I know you're younger and all, but I know you have to be familiar with Public Enemy and things like that. But
1989. I love that. I mean, I was born.
There you go. But And then you said that you had interest in movies. Is that?
Oh yeah. So yeah, and I'm actually working on a film called COVIDCon right now. It is gonna be a short documentary.
COVID, is it 2 words? COVIDCon.
COVIDCon together.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Comic-Con, but COVIDCon.
Yeah.
And so in the film, I'm exploring a few main topics. One, is the disease in fact as deadly as advertised, or is there is an opportunity being exploited by elitist groups? Two, is the vaccine, or rather, are masks and vaccines safe and effective, or should our health professionals be trying to help us boost our immune system health with other practices? Those are the main 2 themes that I'm trying to cover in this film.
Is it more of a documentary, you say?
More of a documentary.
Okay.
So I've already interviewed Coroner Michael Fowler.
Mm-hmm.
I've interviewed Lane Rosen of the State Theater.
Yeah.
And who is also the president of the Libertarian Party, Southwest Chapter, Georgia Chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got a few more interviews lined up. I'm also, and it's an international thing. I've interviewed people in the Netherlands. I'm interviewing a guy in Dubai today. And so it's not just, I'm going to focus local, but I'm also going to have an international perspective on what's going on, because they're experiencing the same things.
Sure.
The media over presence of everything is crazy. So yeah.
And by the way, I've had my shot, so
you got your shot. You good?
So I'm not going to give y'all anything.
Hey, good. Well, hey, we appreciate that. So yeah.
You can take it. So where do you find the time to do this? I mean, you're obviously high energy. I mean, there's no question. You walk into a room and it kind of buzzes because you have that, you have that thing that I don't even know what to call it. But where do you find the time and the energy to do all the stuff you do?
I wake up at either 4 or 5 a.m. every day, and I do a lot of aligning early in the morning, meditating, praying, being still, and envisioning my day out. So by 6, 7 a.m., I'm up, I'm working, I get me my to-do list going, and I just stay up late. And that's just really it. I'm here and I'm home. That's it. And I've turned the whole back of this area into a multi-use workshop. So I create my music back here. I can create my film back here. I can create all of my print products back here. And so, yeah, I really just centralized my life on let's get these things done.
Well, I mean, one thing I'll warn you: don't get jaded, man. Don't let any kind of defeat. If this article sucks and you're like, damn, that didn't help me at all. But no, don't let life, because if you're willing to put yourself out there, there's so many people that are equally willing to try to chop you down. Just it's funny because one of the first things I heard about. When I heard about it, he said, there's somebody, and it was BJ, somebody out there writing stuff. He wrote something about me, and I'm sure it's so-and-so that and I, like I said, we're friends. And I'm whether my friends are right or wrong, I'm going to still be friends with them unless there's a reason not to be. Yeah. And then after I read your stuff for myself, and by the way, I appreciate you sending it, because that got me started, and I love reading people who can write well. And
I appreciate that.
And to be as young as you are, although you're way older than I thought you were. Let's go back there in the back and take some pictures if that's okay with you. Now, if you had some like.